A library of waiting systems.
3 wandering souls.
One woven story.
Welcome to the Codex cast.
Yay. Okay, now recap. So we started after walking through the portal thing, the terror in time and space, as one does. And we found ourselves in a huge library with a lot of weird books. Didn't really know what any of them were. Shadows, being her curious self, wandered off to go exploring, while Marlowe kicked it by the door with Cortig's unconscious body. And let's see, Shadows ran into a little glowing speck of light, and her cat instincts took over, and she chased it through the library until she stumbled upon a young woman who was in a chair, who was reading a book. Meanwhile, Marlowe kind of woke up Cortig with some water or whatever, and they kind of freaked out for a little bit, tried to figure out where they were. And then we ran into the light too, who it turns out is named Meta. And Meta led us to this young woman who was with Shadows, and her name was... Well, she was the Codex keeper. Well, did she give us her name?
Yes, she had a longer name. It was like something...
Aubrielle Inkwright.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah, Aubrielle Inkwright. And then she told us all about a lot of complicated stuff. How we're from a system and people are out trying to like ruin the systems and break rules and make things go all chaotic. And that the Codex cast was in charge of collecting pieces of a previous library that was destroyed. And they all disappeared. And so now she's kind of hanging out and trying to figure out what to do. So basically she recruited us to be the new Codex cast while she figures out how to help us get back home. Cortig's knife, the dagger from the spooky house, is made of the old library.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes, it did. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, and apparently pieces of it are scattered all over, and we're trying to collect these pieces. So we're trying to look for objects that are made of this same material, though they might not all be daggers. And they all have kind of a different function. So the dagger we found like sucked blood out of people, and we had to use it to activate it. And then, yeah, I think I got everything. Internally speaking, within the cast, Marlowe and Shadows got kind of annoyed with each other. And tensions were running high.
Yes, they were.
Smacking.
And then we
left
ate.
Tapping.
And Shadows got drunk. And now we're off gonna go find some bedrooms. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. I think that was everything. Can you think of anything she missed?
It's starting to cut off my tail.
That's true.
That was part of the tensions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of glossed over that part, but...
You have to go watch the previous video to find out.
Yeah. All right. So, now what?
Okay. So, I think we just left the kitchen. So, let's review over our steps.
Yeah, this will probably be good for listeners, too.
Mm-hmm. So, everyone rolls a d6 to determine who goes first.
Okay.
It's not me.
4.
5.
Okay.
Show off.
Nice. So, on their turn, so you go first because you rolled highest. A player rolls the d6 again to determine how the hall proceeds.
Okay. I rolled a 6.
All right. Now, side notes to it proceeding. A player may choose to forego their turn by passing the prompt on to the next person in the group, thereby making it the next person's turn and forcing them to answer the prompt, which is going to be whatever you draw on your card.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So you rolled a 6. That
Uh-huh.
means that's a direction roll. You're gonna re-roll because we have a re-roll table if you roll a 6. So roll again.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
You went complicated first.
1.
1. Okay, you
Stairway
see a
up?
stairway up. Yep.
Okay.
Now draw
The
your card.
stairs are going up. Now I draw a card. Okay. Here we go. Heart of the cards. 8 of hearts.
Ooh.
Hang on, gotta scroll down to that one. 8 of hearts. So should I just read it aloud and then
So that's
deal
gonna
with
be.
it?
I'm gonna leave that up to you. Do you want to like read it and then explain how you see it, or do you just want to like in your mind's eye just go off of whatever you imagine and describe that story wise to our viewers?
Oh boy.
I know
Okay.
choices.
Okay. So let me just get this straight. So I've walked up some stairs and now this is the room I've walked into, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel yeah.
I'll go ahead and read the prompt just so listeners can get an idea of what we're looking at on our end as
Okay.
we kind of build this house together. So, the 8 of hearts. Excuse me. Something is hidden in this room, unknown to the explorers and left undiscovered even after their search of this location. What is the function of this room? What is hidden here? Where is it hidden? Okay.
You got a complicated one to start with.
I know, and I'm like, I wish I
Seriously.
didn't go first. Okay, so I need, hang on, I'm gonna go back up to the steps really quick.
Are you gonna pass it?
You can use spare paper. This continues. Okay. No, I'll take it. So Marlo walks into this room, and let's see. Trying to think. It is typical of a library. It is a room full of scroll tubes, just like stuffed into like shelves and things. It looks like there's a lot hidden here. But it's kind of one of those rooms that's like there's so much to look through that you like don't even want to start. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's just like stuff everywhere. So I will say, what is hidden here? How about, oh man, I'm gonna phone a friend. Do you guys have any ideas?
Since this is a scroll room, you could have this be like a map of some kind that could potentially help us in a future endeavor.
Okay, I'm gonna say that hidden here is the map of it's the entire it's the entire star chart of our world.
Ooh.
Like totally complete, not like filled in by, people like observations and stuff, but like perfectly 100%
stars.
complete.
All right, that's cool. I like it.
Okay, someone else go.
Okay. Erica, that makes it your turn. Because you rolled next highest. Oh, do we want to do any roleplay in this room?
Oh, I mean, Marlo's looking for... Gosh, I didn't even think about Marlo because I was so overwhelmed. I mean, Marlo's looking for bedrooms. So I think she's probably just going to assume that this is like more of the same. That she's been in this huge library and she's just going to assume that she can't understand any of these scrolls anyway.
Sounds good.
And she's not... I mean, she might... Are you still marking stuff with chalk?
Yeah. You kidding me?
Okay.
There's like really elaborately long, warbly drawn out lines with an
Great.
arrow.
Okay.
What is up there?
I don't know. It's just a bunch of papers and scrolls and things.
Scrolls.
Yeah.
Scrolls.
Nope.
SKOLS.
Nope. Let's just keep moving.
I
It's
think there
probably just
are in there somewhere.
It's probably just more of
Scrolls.
her Codex mumbo jumbo.
Alright, I just want to know where I'm going. So I mark SKROL. Scroll. It's close enough. Let's do this.
All right, shadows.
Okay, I rolled a 4, so we are going left. Queen of Diamonds. Huh. You encounter an obstacle during your exploration that you cannot overcome it and proceed further into the swing without locating a missing piece. What is the obstacle and what is required to overcome it?
This was a 4 of what?
This was a Queen of Diamonds.
Oh, a Queen of Diamonds. That is so cool. All right. So you encounter an obstacle. So, like, is this, like, we can't go this way. Something is blocking us. What's blocking us?
First thing that popped in my head is just a giant square, like a stone. Like it's just like in the middle of the room. It's too high to jump. There's enough room on the side that you think you can get through, but it's too tight.
Does
And
it have anything on the stone?
no. But
We have to have some sort of object or key that will
so
allow
this
us to
can be
pass
whatever
through.
I want, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna take a book out of Alice in Wonderland. We need to find something to shrink the stone.
Okay. I'm down. So this passageway or door or room is blocked off with a giant stone.
Yep.
You said there's like a crack there that looks like we should be able to fit through?
Like maybe.
So Cortic just
it's
smushes
taking
her
up the room.
face. Like tries
Yeah,
to get
it's
her
just
face
like-
through.
Yeah, so it's like, so imagine a doorway and like you're trying to push something through a door.
Mm-hmm.
You can barely get it through because there's about this much space on each side.
Okay.
So it's kind of like that. There's no space so you can kind of look past it, but it's dark.
Okay.
All right, Cortig. So are we
Cortig,
going?
like,
I
tries
guess.
to
I
look-
mean, do we got to go back? I guess.
It's useless.
We're gonna
Yes.
have to.
Let's go back to the kitchen. We can follow the backwards of my... Oh, I should draw the arrow going back to kitchen. Ugh, I'm so smart. I draw towards the kitchen with just a K. And then when
Okay.
we get there, I roll a 3. The hall continues straight, so I'm just kind of going down this hall. As I'm going down, I see there's like a door on next to the
Okay,
hall.
wait. Sorry. Hang
What?
on. Mapping purposes, we went back to the room with the scrolls. Right?
Oh,
We went back to the kitchen.
the
Oh,
kitchen.
all
I
the
was
way back
thinking
to the kitchen.
We don't have to.
Okay.
I think
Wait,
my
so-
map is going to look
started?
so massively different than your guys's.
Probably.
Okay.
So we're going back to the kitchen. So back down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're up the stairs now.
No, we're down the
No,
stairs.
we're down the
Oh.
stairs, down the stairs.
Yeah.
And then there's a hallway off the kitchen.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm just going to open one of the doors like on the side of the hallway.
Okay.
Right? Or am I doing this totally wrong? Is one person supposed to roll the direction and then we just do rooms off that direction?
I think that we can do this however we want because
true.
Tasha's not here.
Okay.
I don't see why you can't roll the direction and do the card.
That's true. Okay. My card is a 10 of spades. I just tried to show you guys and that did not work at all. I just knocked over all my cards. That's fine. All right. A 10 of spades. I open this door and she like freezes and she like looks at the walls, and it's like this like solid stone walls with like thick metal bars into different like cages. It looks like this is like some sort of like prison or cell, and there's something like scratched into the stone, like this message that she can't read, and like this big like scrabbling drawing of some sort that could be a map, it could be some workings of a spell. She's not sure, but she just shuts that door. We don't want to go this way.
Why? What's in there?
It's not nice. It's not the bedroom.
Marlo's gonna shove her way past Cortig and open the door and look.
All right, I told you what it was.
Jeez.
Shadows is gonna peek over your shoulder.
What is this Aubrey girl into?
I don't know, but she seems too young to be involved in it. Little immortal girl.
Well, I mean, last I checked, people don't just have prisons in their homes.
You know, maybe it is convenient if you are fighting with people who are trying to destroy your home.
I guess so.
Obviously someone's tried to kill her before, maybe you should just...
You know, also, I'm just curious why they keep someone here long enough for them to carve into wall instead of just, you know, get information and get over with it.
So do we roll again and see who goes first now, or do we
Yeah.
keep the order all the time?
Oh, I don't know.
Side note.
Either.
The cell room, was that to the left or right?
It just said hallway. Right? Didn't it? It leads on.
We're gonna guess.
Wait.
I'm gonna
It sounds
guess
like
it's gonna
we
continue going
straight.
left.
Yeah. Sure. No, we can't go left because you were left.
Left straight. Continuing down.
Continuing down the hall.
Yeah.
I think we keep the same order.
Okay, sounds good.
In that case, Marlo's not going to continue down the hall. She's going to walk into this room. And I'm saying there's another door
Sick.
in here. Okay, 5 for direction. Right. Okay, so there's a door to the right. She'll just like wordlessly just walk through the room and just kind of shout back, "You guys coming or what?"
I just don't understand why you think there's going to be bedrooms through the creepy room.
There might be other things worth seeing through here.
Okay, just
There might be
I would like to know whose place we're sleeping at before we just fall asleep.
Is the
We could wake up in these cells for all we
I've
know.
got a spell for that.
I'm following. I'm coming with.
Oh my gosh, this is the perfect card.
Oh no.
Okay, I open the door. And let's see. What do I want it to look like? Well, for you guys, I drew a 6 of spades. So I walk in, or I open the door, and the whole room is just black. It's just pitch black. And like you can't see anything. You're not even sure that there's like floor below you. It's just all black. And instantly, Marlo, well, and probably all of you guys, you're just assaulted by whispers all of a sudden.
Oh.
Not in language, like some of them you kind of like catch little snatches that you're like, maybe you can understand that, but just all languages just all coming at you at the same time. And that is when Marlo will shut the door and say, "Yeah, you know what, you were right. Let's not go this way."
Oh, what was in this room?
Did you not hear? You
No.
want to go that way?
No, I was just, trying to do the thing that you did to me, where you shut door and then I go through, but, let's just leave that door shut. It doesn't seem like big deal. Let's just go back to the hallway. That seems like smart idea. Shadows, you want to lead way? It's okay, Marlo. Sometimes people get scared. Not me, of course, but I understand people like you maybe getting scared.
I've just had enough of creepy, whispering, unexplained voices for probably a lifetime.
I understand that feeling. I mean, we don't really have to explore things that are, creepy.
Okay. 3. And then a 2 of heart.
What's the
Off to
direction?
this-
3. Hall continues. Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
you're
hall
going
continues
back out to
straight.
the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Off to the side of this hall is an alcove lit to display something. What is in the illumination of the alcove? I need to envision exactly what an alcove looks like again.
It's like a little, like the wall kind of curves out to sort of allow for like a display case or like a little reading nook or something like that.
You know,
So it's
like
not
in
like its
Lord
own
of the
room.
Rings in the extended version, when they see Aragorn's sword that's all like broken and stuff on like the pedestal and there's like light over it, it's like something like that but inserted into a wall.
What a reference.
Okay. Shadow walks inside to overwhelming comfort. This place is lit up very well. There's pillows everywhere. The carpet's like really squishy and soft. And there's books everywhere. There's pots of flowers, there's candles. And Shadows does not like this. She gets very uncomfortable around comfort. So she kind of just slowly backs off, but I'm thinking that this is like a special little reading area for what's
Aubriel.
I'm gonna just write that down.
All right.
For Aubriel. It's kind of like a little hideaway for her so she doesn't
Yeah, a little
her
reading
favorite
nook
little
next to her prison and her crazy room.
Yeah,
That's
it makes sense.
So
I
she can
understand.
sit there in peace and just listen to the screams.
Just listen to the screams. That makes sense.
It's probably soundproof. If Shadows kind of just leaves the door open, she just kind of backs off, just kind of.
all right. Corte.
Yay.
Okay, the hallway continues and I'm walking down it. 3 of spades. All right. So, trying to go the opposite direction from the creepy holding cell, I'm gonna like open a different door and peek in there. And she's gonna like, oh. And she's gonna walk inside. And she walks in, and there is like, this room is really big. It has like smooth paneling on all of the walls, with some like low shelves to like store things. And then this just huge ornate table just down the center. It looks like it just must have been spliced from like this massive tree. And tall chairs surround it, and it just like seems so big and grand for this library. Well, this room, it fits many people, yes? You think this is like a place where people talk a lot, or do you think this is a place where people eat a lot?
Marlo will kind of walk in and like look around. Maybe this is where I don't know, the Codex cast met, if they did that sort of thing.
Oh, like to assign missions and stuff, yes. And like
Maybe.
she'll pull out a chair and like scrape along the ground, and then she'll sit and she'll put her hands down and look around and say, well, this is really nice. And like when she does that, like the paneling like kind of moves and it shows like mirrors just like all around.
Ooh. Whoa. That's weird.
Did I do that?
Shadows freaks out, is going to start standing on the table.
Oh, this is not manners. We are in a nice house right now. Did you see this table?
Did you see the things?
mirrors?
sure this is fine. They probably look through mirrors and talk to each other through many worlds.
You think that's what these are for?
I don't know, just making things up to make shadows calm down.
Shadows does not like her reflection.
Why don't you like the way you look? You should be very confident of yourself. You're very pretty cat lady.
Hmm?
Okay, we can leave this room if it creeps you out like this.
Marlo will kind of look at herself in the mirror and sort of like pick her teeth and like kind of like mess her hair a little bit, and then she'll look around and try and say, well, doesn't look like sleeping quarters to me, so.
Oh, well, just one moment. Noticing that everyone else has interacted with the mirrors more than her, Cortex gonna stand up and look in there, see that she looks real pale from how almost dead she is, and like that her war paint just helplessly smeared across her face, and that it's just like these big, dreaded braid, frizzy things. She's gonna give up before she even like tries. She's like, "Yes, let's just go. This is nice.
Oh,
I look a-okay today."
All right. Oh, me. That's
Yes.
me. Okay. Direction. Back in the hallway. Ugh. Man, I keep getting 6s, which on any other day I'd be stoked about. But I gotta reroll. 4. Left. Okay, the hallway goes left. And draws a card. 7 of spades. Okay. So the hallway goes left, and there's a door also to the left, and Marlo tries that one. And it's definitely smaller than that kind of mirror room. There's a large desk that's just covered in stacks of paper, and the papers themselves are stained with like ink blotches and hurried writing and everything. And Marlo is a little curious, so she'll just kind of step behind the desk and look at what seems to be the most recently written document. And it is it's a list of names. And it's well, it seems to be the list of the Codex cast members. Not us, but the missing members of the Codex cast. Marlo will take it. She'll show you guys. She's not like hiding it, but she's gonna take it with her.
Mm-hmm. Cortic has no interest in reading this list of names, but she'll go in and like, can I add to your room?
Absolutely,
Okay,
please
cool.
do.
So she'll come in and she'll like pick up like a frame of like a sketched family on the desk, and she's like, "Oh, this must be people who live in this, or not live in room. What do you call it when you spend time in room but you don't live there?"
What?
You know, when you spend time in a room but you do not actually live there? What do people use this room
Guests? For? Oh, this looks like an office.
Oh, yes, they must office in this room.
That's not how that works.
But I asked you what they did. When they did in this room.
Well, look, they write stuff.
This is
I'm
the
guessing
family
Aubrey
that must use this room to write stuff. Here, look. It is man, and he looks very nice. I like his beard. It's nice. And the lady is nice. She has hair. I hear that is very important in your
Do
culture.
any of these people in the portrait look like Aubrielle?
No, I don't picture so.
Okay.
But there is they are holding like a younger androgynous child because it's not a great sketch.
Okay.
This must be this person's room. Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. That's how they do things. What do you see? Do you see I see picture, she sees list of names. Get what do you smell? What do you know about the people who office in this room?
There's a lot of ink everywhere. I think someone's been here recently.
Oh.
Writing stuff down.
Very.
Like maybe the nut job Codex keeper who's running around this place?
Probably.
Well, she's not the only one who has
hands.
lived here, right? This is place for many people, many bookkeepers.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
This could be person who has officed in this room long time ago. Or not so long ago. Maybe we should ask friend about this.
Do you think it's one of these people on the list? I'll like hold up the list again.
Does any of them sound like they would belong to older man or nice lady with hair?
I don't know. It's hard to tell from just names.
Read me a name. I bet I will know.
All right. How about Patrick Price?
No, it's wrong.
What?
It's an instinct thing, Marlo. Catch up. Come on now.
Darlene?
Darlene could definitely be her name, but only if her last name begins with an L.
I mean, it looks like an I, but...
That is close enough. It is up-down letter.
Arlene Isla?
Yes, that must definitely be this lady.
I'm gonna write these names down.
Yes, smart. We will... Yeah, let's create some NPCs for Natasha to choose if she wants to use or not.
Arlene, Arla, Darlene...
Oh, look at this. Marlo points to one at the bottom that's crossed out.
Do you think
what do you think that means?
It means they are dead, probably.
Might be officially dead.
The name
or they were kicked out. Maybe this is person who betrayed others. What is the name? I cannot read it with the ink blot on top.
Looks like
Shadows.
Shadows
is gonna try to touch it and accidentally smears it because it's part of the fresh.
I thought you were gonna say that the name is Shadows Touch. It's like, oh no.
No, but she smudges the ink because that's part of the fresh.
Okay.
Damn it, cat.
Well, there's a last name. It looks like maybe Harper. Maybe
Mr.
I don't know. That might be a
Harper.
K.
Garper. Sounds tasty.
All right. Well, I feel like she might not want us in this room. We should probably keep moving.
All right, let us continue onwards then. I don't care.
But Marlo's gonna keep the list.
Okay, I like it.
Did you say Harper for the last name?
Or Harper.
Or Carper.
Harper sounds weird.
I really hope that this is what Tasha was hoping we would do, because we're just inventing lore here.
Yes, we are.
Wow.
So,
Natasha,
I mean,
isn't what
we
you
should
want, just scream wherever you're at. Just start screaming, and we'll listen for it for a second.
Oh, guys, you know what would be cool? We should give okay, maybe we need to do kind of a delayed thing, but we should give a prompt to chat, and then we can keep going, but they can fill in one of the rooms.
I'm so down. All right, so what if we... Oh, yeah, I like that. We could add some clubs back into our decks.
Oh, Okay.
and then those could be the wild cards. And when we hit a club, then we get to just take one of the suggestions.
Okay.
I'm just gonna add like a bunch back in.
All right, chat. So if you guys, so we won't give them a prompt. We're just gonna like they can just say whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So chat, your job, if you want to, you don't have to. You can just keep watching and not do anything if you want.
If you choose to accept this mission.
But we're you guys can fill in a room. So just start throwing out rooms. What's in them? What they're for? Anything weird about them? And when we pull one of our club cards, we'll use what you guys give us. And if chat doesn't give us anything, then we'll just draw a new card.
Sounds good.
Assume they are unimaginable.
All right.
I think
so that was me. So now it is
Shadow's touch.
Ooh. Let's see here. Trois. Hulk. Straight.
What direction did we go?
It just continue straight.
The hall turned left, and then I went in a door on the left.
Cool.
So
It's left.
it could continue straight.
Easily.
6. Fades. Oh no. Great. The spot is haunted. How do you know? What do you think is haunted by?
Did you open a door, or is it just this whole hallway?
I'm gonna let the next person decide that, because Shadows doesn't understand haunting or evil. She's got a bit of a issue with understanding what that is. So I'm gonna pass.
Okay. I'm gonna mod you a little bit then. Is that okay?
Go for it.
I'm gonna say that we were walking down, and then like on the right hand side, like almost right after the office, we heard something behind a door on the right, and you went to start opening it, and it like opened up a crack, and it was like ethereal screams and sobbing and like the rush of like crazy winds, even though no wind is coming out at us, and you have like no issue. You're about to go in, and Cortic just like picks you up and sets you back down in the hallway and shuts the door, and she's like, no. Just no.
I want go inside.
No,
why is there wind inside? I want to see it.
That is a place where people should not walk.
You know what that didn't sound like? A bedroom.
It did not sound like a bedroom.
It could be.
Keep your nose towards the prize.
If that is a bedroom, that is not the one that I want to sleep in.
No, you will not find good rest there. That is where people go to not rest. Ever again.
Travis is grumpy now.
I'm very sorry to Baxi friend, but this was bad idea of like epic levels.
Shadows kind of whispers at the door.
Cortic draws a big X on this door and just no, and she spells that word correctly.
Oh.
Okay, and then a small arrow back towards the kitchen with a K. Okay.
Okay. Is that you? Is it me? Or
yeah,
do you
go ahead.
Okay.
That's fine. I'll spend my turn stopping that noise. 100%.
Alrighty. I got a 1. Hall continues straight. Alright. Oh man, I didn't even do this on purpose, but it works out great. I got a clubs.
Oh, snap. We got a few suggestions in there.
Yeah, okay. I'll just take the first one. Lemon Mercy. It's a sunroom, a good place to read books. There's a plant that can grow and ungrow at will, and will tell you jokes if you know talk to plants. There's also a pigeon named Paul who chills there. He understands Common and speaks Pigeon and Draconic. Okay, so I'm picturing like a little, well, I guess Lemon Mercy said it, a sunroom. they did specify that they don't really know how the sun works where we are, so maybe it's just really brightly lit through these windows. I kind of like that because it's sort of like weird and ethereal.
Mm-hmm.
So Marlo walks in.
Is this on the left or the right?
I'm gonna say it's to the left because Marlo was kind of freaked out by that door on the right, so she's
Sure.
gonna stick to this side of the hall. So she pokes her head in, and I'm thinking that this is probably like a pretty green room. Like there's lots of plants here. Kind of like Series of Unfortunate Events, you know, just like filled with
Yeah.
weird looking plants. And she'll walk in because she hears someone talking, and it's like kind of a soft voice. So she walks in because she thinks somebody is here, but she looks around as she kind of digs into the plants a little bit, and she doesn't see anyone. And she says, "Did you guys hear that?" And you hear I gotta pick a voice for this guy. For Paul, the pigeon. Let's see. Well, I guess he's just kind of muttering to himself. And he's gonna say, "Oh yes, it's one of my favorite plants. Yes, I do love this one. It's quite beautiful." Paul's been alone for a long time, so he kind of just talks to himself.
Yeah. Poor Paul.
That's what you guys hear. You don't see anyone.
Okay. Kortig is unsure if Paul should be her new best friend or like if she should be afraid. And she just kind of like very casually leans back against the wall and has her arms folded, just kind of eyeballing this pigeon. What is he doing?
Oh, my,
Oh,
please forgive me. I did not notice I had guests here. Yes. He like flaps around and like flaps up to a branch that's kind of near you. And he says, "Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Paul. I am a pigeon."
Paul, you are a very polite pigeon, yes? My name is Kortig. I am clansless.
Yes, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I find that the best way to go through life is with good manners.
Oh, see, the best way that I was taught to go through life is to make sure your blade stays very sharp.
Oh dear. I see. Well, I've never had much use for such things, as you see. He'll hold up his little pigeon feet. I cannot really hold such things, although I do have my talons, but I don't think they would hold up to your axe.
They wouldn't.
Shadow's pupils get huge.
Oh no!
She's starting to shake because she doesn't want to attack it because she thinks it's cute, but also she wants to lunge at it. And so she's just standing there, kind of shaking, like.
Marlo.
So hard.
Marlo is just like, "Oh,
What
okay." Like there is a talking pigeon here. Marlo's kind of she's getting to the point, not quite there yet maybe, but getting to the point where she's just no longer surprised by these things that are in this house because it's so weird. But I don't want to talk to myself, so Marlo is gonna just stay quiet for this.
So, Paul.
But Paul will notice Shadow's kind of being a little triggered, and he'll hop away a little bit toward Kortig, away from Shadows. "I beg your pardon, but is your friend there all right? She looks unwell."
Maybe
she starts
is.
purring very loudly.
Do you have plant here that could perhaps help her? You have many plants.
"I do indeed, yes. In fact, this is one of my favorites over here." And he'll flutter to one nearby.
I'll walk with him.
If it's catnip.
He says, "Now, watch carefully." And he says, "V." And the plant grows bigger.
What is it doing? I've never seen plant do that before.
Yes, it's quite impressive to behold, is it not? And watch this. D. And it goes back down. And actually goes smaller than normal size. It's kind of like as big as him now.
I have
And the
very
size of
important
Shadow's
question.
pupils are following the size of the plant.
I have very important question for you, Mr. Pigeon Paul. Is it the plant that is magic, or is it the pot that is magic that the plant is in, or is it the dirt that is magic? Oh my. Are you the one that is magic? Are you magic?
Oh, yes, well, you see, this plant is, it's quite rare, but it is indeed possess magical properties. As you can see, I myself am somewhat magical, as it is not typical, I have found, for pigeons to speak common and draconic, as I think it is referred to in your system.
I thought that it was other birds could talk.
Yes, I believe you may be referring to parrots, and they merely, what's the word? Mimic the sounds they hear. I am fully speaking. But if you don't mind, it is time for me to read to the plants. They do quite well with stories and such in the afternoon, and I must attend to them right away. Aubrielle has entrusted me with this sunroom.
That is very good to know. Okay. If I want you to occasionally read to me as well, could I come and sit in your nice little warm room? It is quite bright.
Oh, yes, certainly. I welcome the company. As you can imagine, I don't get many visitors to this part of the house.
Okay.
I mean, unless you count the plants, that is.
Yes, that's funny. That was joke, yes?
It is just now that you notice Paul it's like patterned into his feathers, but he has a little monocle looking like spot around his eye.
Okay.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to prepare for story time.
Yes, of course. Let me get out of your way. Ladies, we must let Paul do his work now. Let's go.
He flies off. And
I'm gonna need you to take Shadows by the scruff.
Yes, I will help you out.
I mean, you probably didn't really still haven't let go of her after that door.
You're still just holding on to me.
Marlowe's just like, that was... You guys all saw the bird, right? And heard it talk?
He is a magic bird who does not mimic. It actually has words that he uses that are his own words, not borrowed. And
so good.
And he reads to his plants, and he did not get eaten by the cat. Was very good cat.
And here's your meta knowledge from Lemon Mercy. 3 times a day, Paul can cast Earth Tremor. Just cuss.
Just cuss. He's magic.
Just cuss.
That makes sense to me, guys. Okay. All
right. That was that. That was my turn.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Actually, before we end on that room, as we leave, Kortig is gonna lean over to you and be like, "Is that the board from your statue? Is that the one that this one is drawn after or carved after?"
She'll pull out her carving. Look, it's totally different. This isn't a pigeon. It's a gull.
Oh, okay. That's more disappointing. I thought that would be amazing, but I see that this is just normal bird you have. That's fine. Pick a better door this time.
What? That was a pretty great door.
No, I'm talking to our friend at the tabaxi.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
yeah.
Better than last time, please.
Mm-hmm.
Was it me again?
Yep. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I gotta put my little doggo away for a nap, so I'll be right back.
Doggo. I think our doggo needs to make a guest appearance.
Pretty sure that has to happen 100%.
Mm-hmm.
What did you roll? We can at least get that kind of moving.
I'm going to the left again.
Left again. We're like in an infinite turn of lefts.
I cannot stop rolling fours. Okay. 9
We went left again.
Heart. There's a piece of art hanging on the wall. Describe it. It is almost an exact replica painting of the room we were just in. Except, aside from Paul, there's another 2 birds on the top left. One looks like a toucan, and the other one looks like a bluebird. Other than that, it is exactly the same.
Is Paul in the picture?
Paul is on the right
Okay.
side, looking like he's reading to plant.
Okay, I have to sketch this picture real quick. So, on the right-hand side in the corner, Paul is reading.
Mm-hmm.
Is this how we discover Paul's tragic backstory? That he used to have bird friends?
And then, where's the toucan?
So the toucan and the bluebird are kind of in the top left, kind of like hanging on kind of like a bookshelf, just kind of standing there, just watching over there.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not really upset right now. This is a really nice picture, says Cortic. This is what art is. It is supposed to. I've heard that art can move your soul, and this is what this has done for me. It's beautiful. I've never understood art until this day. We should keep going. This is not a bedroom. Oh, I rolled a 6.
Okay, reroll.
I rolled another 6. Skip turn. Damn it!
Oh! You go again.
Well, the reason why is I have to describe a reason why and then pass.
okay.
Is because I'm standing here, like, enthralled in this picture, and you guys are gonna have to lure her away from it. Because even though she said this isn't a bedroom and she needs to keep going, she really hasn't moved away.
She just wants to keep.
What book do you
I
think he's reading to his friends? And he has friends
Shadow's
plants, and he has friends that are birds.
Shadow's gonna take Kartik's hand and put it on her head. She hates being pet, but puts it on her head and kind of strokes, and then starts kind of trying to walk away as you're like kind of holding and petting her head. Just
that makes sense. Yes, she'll 100% follow.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, that is great. Marlo, by the way, just kind of saw the painting, like looked at it for a little while, shrugged, and just kept walking.
Gortic has too big of a heart.
Shadow's wondered if she accidentally ate those other birds.
Okay.
All right. Hall continues straight.
Yes.
Ooh. King of Spades. Okay. King of Spades. All right. So this isn't a room. We're just gonna be walking down the hall. And let me think about this.
Fight where there's bird feathers everywhere.
Oh no.
I am devastated.
No, so there's like a runner, like a carpet, like a rug, I mean, that's down this hall, like a runner.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been walking on it, and it's been in like pretty normal condition. We haven't really noticed it much. But it now, like, you walk down, and the runner is just shredded. Like, it's just in tatters underneath our feet. And the walls, not like very far, but maybe for like the next 5 feet, the walls all look, they're just like a little bit, so I'm imagining them as wood. These walls look a little bit newer and in nicer condition than the walls that we were just walking by. Kind of like recently replaced, perhaps, and the runner is just shredded. And Marlo's gonna kind of look down and like step around the runner and say, "Geez, what do you think happened here?"
I wasn't
Well,
that drunk last night, was I?
well, I think what happened, and I could be wrong. I have been wrong before.
Yep, I've been there for that.
So rude. But I think there was a fight that was here.
You know what? It might surprise you, but I did manage to get that far on my own.
Then why
But
did
thank
you
you.
ask me? You're so silly sometimes, Marlo. You make me chuckle.
Marlo's gonna look down and kind of examine the rug a little further. And she's, after some examination, she's gonna say, "This doesn't really look like what you would be able to do with like an axe or a sword or something.
Is it
These
like...
look more like claws, but like
Oh.
bigger, don't you think?" And Marlo kind of points out like the spacing and sort of how the like slashes line up.
Yeah. She'll get down with you and she'll like she's ranked in like survival and stuff, and so she'll like compare with her hand size and like theorize with you about what sort of beast could like make this mark. Well, it could be like bear. Bear is really big, or like I've heard of like these other types of giant like cats, like not like our friend over here, but like bigger.
You remember that like wolf thing that
Yes,
chased us?
yes, the spooky one with the mist that
Do you
like did
think
choke me was
That
do you
Marlo's.
think
was
something like
too
that?
big.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it could be. Sure.
By the way, out of character, Lemon Mercy, I am in love with all of your suggestions.
Right?
I
He's
want to
pretty
just draw all
awesome.
club cards because I want to do all of the chat
You know,
rooms. I really like
I'm
Winchester
gonna throw in
David
all of
too.
my club cards. I
Do
put in
it.
like 4.
Oh, I already did. I put in all of mine.
Oh, let me add the rest of mine. I think I only added like 5.
Okay, that was my turn. So Shadows is up. We're still in the hall. That was not a room. That was just a section of the hallway.
Okay.
Shadows is getting bored, so she kind of just leans up against the wall and is zoning out.
While we're talking about fighting.
Like, yeah, she's just absolutely bored. She wants to move
Shadows.
on.
Come on now.
Okay.
You are very bored. Let us continue
Okay.
onwards.
The big cliffhanger of this episode is going to be if we actually find
Continue
bedrooms.
straight.
It really is going to be. We're going to be like,
Will they ever find a place to sleep? Who knows?
Well, my internet connection is really bad right now. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
It keeps like
I'm sorry
fluctuating
to
between
hear
red
this
and
thing.
green. Okay. Hall continues straight. 5 of spades.
5 of spades. Ooh.
This room you enter a room with a large steam pool for bathing. Describe the tiles that line the floors and walls. What do the stained glass windows depict? Poor Shadows. She hates water.
Oh no. Oh.
She does not like to get wet. So she walks in, but like only a couple, and she's just kind of looking around. The tiles are deep forest green with like speckles of gold in them.
What?
Beautiful, laying along the whole thing, and the bathing area in the middle is like weirdly clear. Like you can see the water in it, and like the tub itself is also clear, which is super weird. And like right as you walk in, you look up, and there's a stained glass window of a rose and a parrot. And it's
We're
just
just keeping on
very
with this bird theme. I love it.
And it's just, it's not like the most elegant stained glass ever. It's very like basic and kind of clunky looking, but it's still beautiful. And the walls are kind of, they kind of match with the tile, so it kind of like looks like a forest almost because of the green kind of like rose upward. So it kind of looks like you're entering a bath in the middle of the forest.
Cool.
This
Marlo's gonna walk in and test the water. Like she's gonna dip her hand in the water. Is it warm? What is it?
it's a steam pool, so it has to be.
Oh man.
We must do this right now, right? She's like taking off her armor.
Yeah, how big is this bath? Is this like a pool, kind of like a spa kind of bathing
It would be
area,
kind
or
of like not quite as big as a pool, but it can fit like 4 to 5 people comfortably.
Okay, yeah, this is happening right now.
We are going to
Marlo dips her hand in and she just starts stripping.
This is time for us to bond. This is what they call skinship. Yes, come on now. Come on, Cat. We are going to get clean now.
I'll clean myself.
In my tribe, in the dead of winter, we get these big steam huts built over the hot springs, and it holds all of the steam in, and we all congregate, and we get warm in the coldness of the winter times.
Marlo's like nodding and she says, "Yeah, hey, my captain used to do that with us.
Oh, yes,
We would do that in the winter before we set out on a voyage."
Your captain must be very smart. What is her name? His name?
So Marlo's told you about her just a little bit
Mhm.
before because she's mentioned that she's a half orc,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how Marlo knows the orc language.
Mm-hmm.
But her name is Rita Nightshade, and yeah, Marlo doesn't actually really know that much about her. She didn't really talk that much about where she was from. I think she preferred life on the sea to whatever it was that she left behind, and she didn't really care to look back. But she taught me pretty much everything I know. And Marlo's like not shy, by the way, as far as like
Nudity.
being unclothed.
Yeah.
And she's just like chilling, just like
NBD.
Yeah.
Yes, this is way. You know, you want to pick a path, you walk it, and you just keep going. It makes sense. I understand what she goes through. It is also can be strange being half orc in orc tribe. Difficult to earn place.
For probably the first time since since like you've known her. Marlo actually seems like really relaxed.
That's
and
nice.
Like at ease, and is like the closest you saw her to this was probably on the ship. But even then, she's kind of like trying to manage her crew, and this was like her first, big thing. So, and all the craziness of the last day, you see it just sort of like melting away momentarily, and she kind of smiles at like what you're talking about, and she says, "Man, I feel like it's been forever since I've seen Rita, and I guess now, I mean, who knows if we're ever even gonna get back there."
You cannot talk like this. You know, we are going to find your Rita, and you are going to find nice big hot bath, and you will rest just like this, because this is the most calm I have ever seen you, and you look so happy. It makes my heart happy. I'm sure that this Rita misses you greatly.
Well, I mean, it's not like we got separated. I just it was time for me to go out on my own, earn my own ship.
Well, sure, it is like child. You want your child to grow up and to go on and be strong in their own person, but you miss them because you care about them.
Yeah. What about you? You said you're clanless?
Ah, yes. Very sad story. I don't know if I want to ruin nice time with story. But I will tell you about my little son. His name is Furton.
You have a son.
Yes, very good, strong boy.
Where is he?
She'll just get like kind of quiet for a minute, and she'll just kind of nod, and she'll be like, "That is the question, isn't it?
Hmm.
I will look for him until I find him."
Is that the person you were hoping to find with that dagger?
Yes. And I hope that the two of you will help me reunite me with my son. It is probably why I got little oversensitive when it came to Thorn.
Marlo will nod, and she'll um she'll like stand and like offer her. So I'm making this up on the fly, but she's gonna offer her hand in like an orcish kind of like
Oh,
like
yeah.
like the orc version of like a pinky promise.
Yeah, 100%. Like you
You
grab
know,
the
like
forearms and like you
yeah,
shake.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But that she knows Cortig will recognize as like
Mhm.
a thing that that like has significance. So probably some kind of like warrior's grasp, like the forearms,
Mhm.
and then like well, I guess I'll just make it up. So she grabs her forearm, and then her other hand or her other arm just like goes across her chest like this. And she says, "I'll help you find your son."
Thank you, Captain Marlowe. I
You can
appreciate your help in this dark time. And I will protect your back and your front until we have completed this task and gotten you home to your Rita.
Marlo will glance over at Shadows and notice that she's not having a great time.
She's just wildly uncomfortable and shy and just like just standing there like
Is something wrong, little friend, little furry friend?
water. I don't like water.
Oh,
You don't like water.
this is very strange. You are on
Marlo will
boat.
Marlo will splash Shadows like off the top of the water, like just bat some water toward her.
She's not like that. She hisses greatly at you.
Well, there, now we're even.
Cut off your.
Yeah, okay, keep working on that threat. Marlo will step out of the pool.
It
She'll
just takes forever for me to dry.
Oh, you don't have spell for this thing?
Marlo will look back at Cortig surprised, and she'll say, "Cortig, were you just sarcastic?"
Did I do the thing correctly? Yes.
Did you just make a joke?
I tried. Is it
That was
very funny?
That was a good one.
Oh,
She'll high five you.
Yeah, she'll high five. Then she's like gonna go completely under the water and like shake her head to get all the blood out of her hair. And then like
nice.
come up like a shark.
And now the pool is gross.
Yeah, it's super gross.
It's
like
probably really grody, actually.
red from her paint, it's red from her blood, and the dirt from the laying in the ground. It's not pretty.
Yeah, and then whatever Marlo had on her from
Yeah.
all the stuff.
And being on a boat for weeks, like we were not fresh.
Mm-hmm.
This feels good.
Yeah.
I really feel like we should throw a cat in, but it seems rude after, It's all
Yeah.
gross now.
So have you
Should
guys
probably
gotten
claw
out of
our
the
eyes
pool?
out. What?
Have you guys gotten out of the pool?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
bad. So as soon as you guys get out of the pool, you hear this loud like flushing noise. All of the water just crashes inwards. It stops for a second and then it fills back up.
Cool. Is it clean now?
It's just clean, perfect
Oh my gosh,
water.
that's so cool.
I think we should throw Cat in.
All
I need
right.
you to make heartfelt plea as to why I should not do this thing, because I have what they call the temptation devil inside of me.
Plea or
Shadows
no
doesn't hear you
plea?
guys doing this.
Marla will just go and she'll say, "Screw the plea, come on," and she'll grab one
yeah.
of Shadow's arms.
I'll grab the other. It is time to clean off. It was too dirty.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb, and Erica, and guess that Shadow's strength is not enough to overcome
No.
Marlo and Kortig.
No. So she's just like, just let me go. And she's just so scared. She doesn't want to get wet. She's also not fighting too terribly hard.
Okay.
This is
Marlo
for
will-
skinship.
yeah.
We got close in the water, and now we will get close with you.
Okay, Marlo's gonna toss her in if Kortig is.
Kortig is like gonna go in with her, like making sure she
Oh.
goes all the way under the water, like crashes down and pulls her underneath.
Like Big Brother status.
Yes.
Like,
100%.
Marlo will like kind of like let go and like push her, but she'll just let Kortig do that.
Does
Oh my
Kortig
gosh.
have so many claw marks up her arm and shoulder?
Yeah. She's
that's
Shaz is just flailing around, just like trying to get up, trying to get out. She can't tell if she's scratching the side of the wall or if she's scratching Cortex. She doesn't know. She doesn't care. She's just flailing around. So she gets her head up. She's like, ah!
It is
Her
fine.
teeth are just like bared, and she's just like, ah!
This is fine. You just calm down. You see, no too many scratches now. You're getting me pretty bad, but we had good time, yes?
Meanwhile, Marlo is around, like, kind of off to the side, and she says, "Guys, look at this." And you notice that there are, within, like, on the ground where these nice tiles are, there are, like, I don't know, half a dozen larger tiles that have kind of, so instead of just flecks of gold, they have, like, a circle inlay of gold.
Ooh.
And Marlo steps on one of them, and it kind of is like a little bit like Marilyn Monroe, like stepping on the grate,
Yes.
and it's like a blow dryer up, but like Marlo, like, and it just lasts a moment, but then Marlo steps off, and she's like,
Totally dry.
"I'm dry."
Oh.
Get you no problem in the water now. Come on, let's get you clean.
She's just like flabbergasted, but she's also just like sitting in the water, just going,
I picture it looks like you lost like 50 pounds, like how a cat like just like gets
Oh,
totally
yeah.
plastered.
oh yeah. She looks very different. She looks wild and just really small and just kind of shaking, but also hyperventilating because she doesn't know what just happened to her.
Come on, we get clean. She's like rubbing like all over you to make sure you get all the water in your fur. Okay, you done now? Well, no, not yet. Tell us, where are you from? What is your story?
She's just like so thrown off. She doesn't remember her own name.
Does your mother give you baths like this?
And then she gets really sad. She just kind of
Shadows?
sinks down a little bit.
Oh, this
I
is
don't
okay.
have one. I don't have one.
How do you not have mother? No, you are very wrong. You have mother. And she like puts an arm around you and pulls you in close. You have mother right here. I've got you. Oh yeah, just smushed right up against her.
This was Zyra.
hmm You are fine. You have got family right here next to you. And guess what? You should be so excited because mother definitely washes you like this. And she just like renewed scrubbing before pulling you
Just,
out.
All right, Courting. I think
It's so much
she's
better
had
now.
enough
Look at her. She looks
bathing.
like she feels better. Doesn't she look better?
Yeah, I mean, I think she looks better.
Good.
she's gonna frantically try to get out of your grasp
Yes, go.
and onto that lovely platform.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and it just like blows you for a second, and then
And she gets poofy.
yeah, that's what I was gonna
Like,
say.
just like explodes. Like she looks like she lost 10 pounds. Now she looks like she's normal plus another 5 pounds. She just
Also round.
so she's just trying really frantically to get her cowlick down and stop herself looking so funky.
That was nice. Let us get dressed now. We have business to do. Why you take so long? Silly cat.
All right,
And she
Marlo's been
realizes
putting
how
her
nice
clothes
she's
back on this whole time, and she'll plop her hat back on.
Will you help me get on armor? It will take me quite a bit of time with all the buckles.
Sure,
Cool.
Shadows will walk over and help.
buckle.
You
Armor.
feel
Cinch her in.
better now?
All right. Well, that was nice. We should remember this room, Cortig.
Yes, we definitely will. It will be our favorite room, and we will come here after every single mission. New tradition, ladies. Every mission, we take nice bath.
Shadows doesn't say no.
Oh, okay. That's so cute. Okay.
All right.
I think it's my
That was
turn.
Erica's turn. Yeah. All right.
Guys, what if I actually get to go this time?
Let's hope.
All right. The hallway continues onwards straight.
Oh my gosh, I'm running out of room on this page.
I stopped mapping. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to depend on you guys.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
I
pretend
legit
it
might
goes.
make this house in Sims.
Okay.
Dude,
I think it'll be fun.
100%.
As long as we have Paul the Pigeon, then I'm fine.
Oh
with that.
yeah, I'm gonna try and figure something out for Paul the Pigeon. All right.
Natasha says she's crying and laughing so much. People are looking at me weird in the middle of the airport.
I'm glad we can be
These
entertaining.
comments are so great. Thanks,
Okay.
guys.
This one says repeatable, so we're just gonna go with this. I find a kitchen, which just flabbergasts Cortig. She like stops and she looks at her arrows that are pointing the other direction towards the kitchen. And then she looks at this kitchen and she slowly steps inside. And this one's a little bit different than the other kitchen. It has more like magical type things that look like maybe it aids in like cooking. Then she's really not sure how well it works, but there's food here. And there's like knives and the preparatory things that a kitchen would need. So she walks in all slow and like opens the pantry, and there is like a wall of like canned fruits and vegetables, and in the corner there's like all these loaves of bread. And she just like takes like a roll like that big and she turns and she has crumbs falling all down her armor, and she's just grinning, and she just has her bread, and she's like, there's multiple kitchens. They got more than one. This house is amazing.
Hey, added bonus, it's right next to the bath.
This is my favorite part of the house, and I've only seen these parts. Please tell me there are bedrooms next door so that this will be just the perfect spot. I will live here. I will.
Like, at this rate, I would just camp here. I don't even care. Bed or no bed.
I know. But let's just make sure there isn't a bed really close by. Maybe the house will surprise us and something will be more amazing, but I really honestly can't imagine it. Do you want some bread? I will give you one.
Oh yeah.
Or
Sure.
like maybe a can of, I think these are peaches. Like a jar.
Yeah, take that with us.
Okay.
Shadows is gonna take one of the jars, and she loves peaches, so she's gonna take one of the jars, but she can't exactly open it. So she kind of uses her claws a little bit, but accidentally shatters it, and it just goes everywhere. And then she just it's them off the floor.
No. No, I will open
What?
other jar for you. Here.
You're fine.
You do not know where this floor has been.
That's actually pretty valid in this house.
And then she just drops it.
I'll find like a bowl and I'm gonna pour like all of these peaches into a bowl for you and I'll hand it to you so you can carry it while we're walking.
I love it.
Silly
She'll take the
little
bowl.
girl. Mother didn't teach her not to eat off of floor. I teach her how to eat off of not the floor.
Love it.
All right. The hallway turns right.
Okay. Finally, I was worried if we had another left, what was gonna happen?
We're just gonna end. I mean, this house is impossibly constructed, so I'm not imagining it actually obeys the laws of physics.
I'm going
but-
left because I'm at the edge of the page.
I'm so curious on how we've drawn this later. We're gonna have to like take a picture and like put up our different maps on social media because
Oh my gosh, that's a great idea.
Oh boy, mine's gonna be really sad because I have 2 rooms sketched and then I abandoned that and I just have been writing down notes.
Good. I have not been taking notes, so that's
I
totally
took some,
fine.
and then I kind of gave up after the haunted room. I wasn't allowed it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, guys, I got another club.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay, hang on. Winchester
gosh.
had a suggestion. Okay, a room with no windows. A single light flashes on and off rhythmically. The floor is moving with the pulse. So I kind of walk in, and Marlo is like immediately sort of. This light is very mesmerizing, and it kind of it alternates between colors. So like it flashes on, and it's green, and then it's blue, and then it's lavender, and it just cycles through all these colors. And so right as soon as Marla opens the door, she's just like immediately kind of transfixed, and starts walking toward it. You guys kind of on the outside notice that the floor seems to be moving also, kind of in this continuous wave toward the middle. And Marlo doesn't seem to notice this though, and you guys see that the floor is in fact just covered in bugs that are all moving toward this light. And Marlo is kind of walking slowly toward it.
So
Shadow's eyes get huge again.
oh my god. Mama Cortic just rescue, guys. So Cortic remembers the last time Marlo saw bugs and how she got frozen at the top of the stairs. So she's just going to step up behind Marlo, cover her eyes with one hand, and lift her up off the ground with the other, and just turn around and walk right back out of the room. And like, come on, Shadows, you come with me now. This is not good room for
She
you.
does not come. She sees this light and all these bugs and wants to find out what's going on.
She's gonna drop Marlo outside of the room and turn and go back, and she doesn't like the fact that all these bugs are popping underneath her boots. But she's heading back over, and they're cracking and they're popping, and I picture like they're a little bit bigger than normal bugs. Like they're like the size of my hand, and she's heading back over. And she's
as you go in to grab Shadows and you're like walking back this way, Marlo has gotten up Not like completely. She's just crawling. She's just like crawling back toward the light.
Okay. Okay. So she picks up Shadows with one arm and like, are you struggling at all?
Oh, yeah.
So
She's struggling,
she's
just
having
kind of like
to
imagining just ah!
she's using
Like
both hands and she's coming back towards you and she's trying to push you out with her foot. And so she's got like a cat and a foot and she's trying to like, let's go on the outside of this room now, please. This is bad. You don't like it in here. The light is pretty, but this is not nice. Come on now. And she's gonna like, if you guys are still fighting her, she's gonna get like stern and start yelling. She's like, I am going to break this light if you do not get out of the room. These are very bad. You are going to get out right now.
So Marlo's like totally non-responsive. Like
Oh
she's
my God.
just looking at this light. I don't know about Shadows, but Marlo is
she's
just
purring
completely.
very loudly.
Oh my God.
So that
Just
being said, Marlo's not
wants
like really resisting you, like, but she is like resisting you in the way that she's just continuously trying to move forward.
So eventually she's got like you kind of like up on her thigh and has like her foot like hooked behind your knee. You know, like when you have a kid sit on your foot and like you
Mhm.
walk with them. She's got like that sort of a thing. And the cat. And she's like just trying to push y'all out of the room. Do you think she can manhandle or is it going to be too difficult?
She could probably do it.
Okay.
do it.
Yeah, she gets them out and like dumps them on the floor and pulls the door shut and like has her back to it and her arms outstretched and she's like
Okay, as soon as you shut the door, Marlo like blinks as
and
if
there's
she's
some
just kind of
bugs
come out of
on
a
the
trance.
floor outside from me boot scooting you out of this room.
Oh yeah, there's I
This
mean
is
Marlo
kinda-
was crawling. There are probably some like on her.
Shadows is
she-
gonna go and try and get the bugs off of her. Her eyes are still huge, and she's just trying to catch
Marlo
all the
starts
bugs.
freaking out,
Oh
like
no.
like you know, just where. Trying to think of a good example. I don't know, like where you're just like stamping and like moving every part of your body because you're just like get off, get off, get off, get off, get off.
Mhm.
So Marlo just like leaps up and she's just like brushing herself down and just like stamping around and like she's just like she's freaking out.
So I figured out why the bathroom is so close to this room right here. Do you need to go jump in the water real quick? Yes?
Marlo's now like she's just now like leaning against the opposite wall, like kind of like half bent over, and she's just like breathing really hard. She's like kind of in shock.
Shadows is gonna
Are
come
they
over
all-
and like
Are
pat
they all?
her on the
Are
head.
they? Marlo will flinch at that and like bat your hand away, and then say, sorry. Are they all gone?
Well,
Did you hear that? She said
Uh,
sorry.
yes, they are all in this room, and I'm gonna put a no on this room as well, so that we don't go back in this room, because you guys really seem to like this light, and you did not see any of the other things around you, which was very bad, actually.
Marlo will like stick out her arms and do like a slow turn. She'll just say, are they all off of me?
Shake your
No
clothes.
more bugs on me.
Shake your clothes.
She'll shake her jacket
Like one
out.
long centipede drops out of your
Oh
sleeve.
my gosh. You just
And-
legit gave me the chills.
Shadows is gonna grab it with her claws and just
Uh,
Its legs like all like clacking against the floor.
oh my gosh.
Shadows doesn't have chills, but Erica sure does.
Marlo like doubles over and like heaves. She doesn't throw up, but she's like dry heaving.
No.
Okay, you want some
I'm
bread?
gonna
It will
offer
settle your stomach.
Marlo a peach.
No, those peaches are gone. Are you kidding me?
It's
The way
off the
she's
floor.
saying-
She like takes it
No.
off the floor. And she's like,
No. Marlo's gonna like kind of.
she's gonna actually vomit.
She's gonna push both of your offers away and just grab her wineskin and just take a long swig off of that.
Okay.
And then she'll cap it and she'll like rub her face. Okay.
Feeling better now?
Let's not go to this room again.
Okay. I draw the no, and I draw a K towards the other kitchen. Which
Winchester, that was a terrible room for Marlo.
Was a terrible room. And to anyone who's still joining us, we're taking room suggestions. If we pull a club, we may choose one of your rooms.
I really want to go to the croquet room, so I hope we pull enough clubs.
Yes, I hope so too. It is Erica's turn.
Just like reading all the comments, like, oh my gosh. 6.
Reroll.
And another 6.
Okay, why do you miss your turn?
I don't know. I didn't want to. Okay. And I have to explain why. Shadows is gonna try and like clean up all of the bugs and the peaches off the floor. She's like picking them up with her claws and putting them in a bowl. She's just like gathering all of them,
bugs and peaches.
Yeah,
together.
Just trying to pull them up. And she's just trying to clean everything up because she doesn't want to step on any more bugs.
Well,
and that's why she can't look in another door.
But I feel like this is unnecessary. Eventually, the bugs will come out and they will clean this, yes?
Let's not wait for that to happen.
Yes, let's just keep going.
Ants.
All right, Emily.
Okay, I rolled that we would continue onward straight. And she's going to open a room directly next to the bug room. And it is... So she opens it up and it's another plant room. These don't look like the same plants that were in Paul's room. This is like more like almost tropical-y plants that fill up from like the floor to the ceiling, and even the ceiling is like covered in like forestry almost. And so as they walk in, we can hear like this faint little like chittering of bugs. And as she walks in a little bit deeper and is like listening to these sounds, it goes like quieter and quieter. And she looks up and around and she can see like these big silky bug sacks of like eggs.
Nope. That's a hard pass from Marlo. Actually, Marlo doesn't even go in because she hears the like chittering of bugs.
This is where they must raise their babies before they go in to worship the light.
I mean, that makes sense.
It's like really humid in this room, and she'll slowly back out as she like sees like a little hole in like the ground or leading over to the other bug room, and like something starts like shadows start moving right there, like something's coming towards her, and she'll just back out.
You hear Marlo by the doorway, who she's just taking like
in through the nose, then out through the mouth, then in through the mouth, and out through the nose.
She's just taking very deep breaths.
Okay. Do you remember the rule that Flortig has?
Yep, I got it.
When you start to panic...
Don't.
Just don't.
Does it look like I'm panicking?
No, you're doing very good job. Very proud of you. Okay. Do you want to choose the next room, Marlo? Maybe you will feel better after that.
Okay. We're going right. And Marlo's gonna pass like a couple doors. She just wants to get some distance from this bug room. So
is she opening a door on the left or the right of this right hallway?
Left.
Okay.
But she's gonna pass like at least 2 doors before she opens one. All right. Let's see what the card is. Whoa. Okay. So she opens the door. This is a 2 of spades, by the way. Okay. She opens the door. And it's a balcony. It's a small little balcony, big enough for like a couple chairs and a little tea table kind of thing. And in fact, that's what's out here. A little tiny outdoor dining set. But the balcony is hanging over a massive waterfall. And like it's not on there's like no land below this balcony. Like it is just over the waterfall. So as soon as Marla opens the door, it's just really loud, just with this thundering waterfall that's just dumping over this huge cliff. And so it's really misty around here, and like the mist is super thick, so you can't even see really anything else. You can't see down like below the waterfall because it just like disappears into clouds. And you can see like the hint of maybe mountains kind of way off in the distance, but it's just this whole area is just totally swallowed in the misty water that is blown up from this waterfall. Yeah, that's what you see. Marlo, like, just kind of, she actually, this is probably kind of refreshing, so she kind of walks onto the balcony and just sort of like breathes in the misty air and sort of lets the water like hit her face for a little while.
I love it.
Travis is gonna stand by the door. She doesn't want to get any sort of wet again.
That makes sense. I'll wait out there with you. Give you a satisfying, like a comforting pat on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
What door would you like to open
Slightly
next?
purring, and then it goes away.
Yeah, okay. Marlo will just say, I'm good. Let's keep going. And she'll walk back into the hall.
Alrighty then. Please don't roll a 6, please don't roll a 6. 3! Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm always rolling friggin' 3. Ooh, 10 of clubs.
Oh, right.
Ho, ho, ho.
Let's see, whose story was Nick?
Oh my gosh, pick the croquet room.
Where's the croquet room?
It's from Lemon Mercy.
Where's the kitchen?
It's a room with, it's right after the kitchen suggestion.
Okay, Sarah.
Oh, that one.
I just love this room.
A room with gay Sarah.
K Sarah Sarah. In French, that means what will be, will be.
Oh. Engraved in gold letters. When you open the door, there's a croquet set that is set up on real grass. The walls are painted to look like the sky.
This is so cool.
So she enters the room, and there's this croquet set. She has no idea what the heck that is. So she walks past it and just like is looking around because the paintings on the walls and the ceiling. It's she's not sure if she's hallucinating or not, but she can swear that like the clouds are moving.
Hmm.
And the room is kind of like a little bit animated, so you can kind of see that there's wind, but you can also see that the clouds are moving and the grass. There's not really anywhere for a breeze to come from, but the grass is slightly moving as if there's like a slight breeze, and it feels nice and not warm, not cold. Just need a light sweater. And it's a lovely room. And so we can just walk in, and Shadows is gonna grab one of the croquet things and just be like, "It's a hammer?"
Marlo will walk in and grab the hammer, not like rudely, but just she'll take it from you, and she'll kind of like heft it, and she'll say, "I don't think this thing would hold up to much battle." She'll kind of like swing it around.
I actually know how to use this.
Uh-oh.
I'll go in and I'll confidently take that from you, and I'll take one of the croquet balls and I'll set it out on the grass. And I'll pick up the thing, and I'm gonna beat the croquet ball into the grass. Just overhead swings, just pounds it down into the grass. And then look at you guys proudly. The point is, you'll see how many swings it takes to push it all the way into the grass.
I want to try.
Yeah.
That's a weird game, Heather.
It's what?
Did you guys see Lemon Mercy's other rule for this room?
No, I didn't.
While you're in this room, you're all named Heather.
Just something happens, and
Yeah, and Marlo reacts to this. She like hears herself say that, and she just she's like, "I meant to say
Excuse
Heather.
me?
You what? You know I'm saying Heather, not
Captain
Heather, right?"
Please.
Her name's Heather, not Heather.
Captain Heather.
See, it's not just me. I'm saying Heather, but it's coming out Heather.
Who's Heather?
Well, no, you're not Heather. You're Heather.
Captain. Heather. Shit. I don't like it, okay? Okay.
Oh my gosh. This is the best.
All right.
I want to try that game, Heather.
You know what, Heather? You go ahead and try that game, but you will not get it in 3 hits, I promise you that.
All right, let's see it, Heather.
All right. Heather. So she's going to grab one of the balls, she puts it on the ground, she grabs one of the bats, and getting ready to swing down. But she jumps at the same time and like jumps and like gives it all of her power and just smashes it into the ground.
No, Heather, that isn't the way you can do it. You have to keep your feet on ground the whole time, don't you know?
Heather, that wasn't a rule at the beginning.
All right, let me give it a shot.
Okay, but
Marlo
I'm saying
will
if
take the
I
mallet.
knew that we could also jump, then I would obviously have done that.
Well, you didn't. So.
Wow, okay. I mean, it's
Heather,
not like
we
I'm
both know that Heather here is a cheater. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
Me, Heather. Heather.
Okay. Marlo will. She probably doesn't get it as cool. She'll get it in 4. But Marlo, so she's a rogue, which typically rogue builds are dexterous rather than strong. But Marlo is actually stronger than average. I did not make strength her dump stat. So she's not, because it made sense to me, like she's got to be on a ship and stuff, she's got to have some muscle. So Heather, you might look on this with like maybe a little bit of respect. You can react however you want, but she doesn't get it as fast as you, but she
did use cheating means.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
She pounds it into the ground.
Uh-huh. I understand. That was very good, Captain Heather.
What are
Fluffy
these
Heather.
steak things for?
Not
She'll
so
hold up
great.
one of the like croquet, like the rings.
Let me see one.
Okay, she'll hand it to you.
I'm gonna bend one into the shape of a 3, and I'll put it next to mine, and then I'll bend another into like a vague shape of a 4, and put it next to yours. It is to keep score, so there is no cheating.
That seems really inefficient.
No, it's really smart, actually, when you actually think about it, Captain Heather.
Okay,
You just haven't
Heather,
thought about it long enough yet.
I'm done with this Heather thing, so I'm gonna go outside where hopefully you aren't. You are Heather, not Heather, and you are Heather, not Heather, and I am Heather, not Heather.
Yes, this makes many sense to me, except I have question. Which Heather am I?
I think this is not gonna work in
Oh,
this room.
okay.
Marla
Alright.
will leave.
That's fine. I'm not sad about this or anything. Cool. Alright. I have to edit where my room was because I saw our fearless leader saying that this is over the
Overlooking the waterfall.
so I had to change where it was at. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna roll. I got a 6.
All right.
Okay, I did not get another 6, so we're safe.
Okay.
I got a 6 and then a 2, which means we have a stairway leading down.
Ooh. Okay.
Stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna do my downstairs stairway over here. All right, drawing my card, Jack of Spades. Okay, so I'm going to open to the left after I'm down these stairs. And again, this is like kind of like outside, but it's actually like the door from the home into a stables. And like it's like a stable like I've never really seen before, because on one side there are normal creatures that are like, there's like a few horses, like maybe 4 horses, and then some more exotic things like elk. And then like down in the corner there's like this big elephant looking creature down there, and like it's kind of like crazy, but at least those things are living, because on the right side of these stables there is like these inert metal things with round rubber things attached. Some have 2 round rubber things, some have 4, some look almost like a boat, but not like any boat that I've ever seen before. And she just kind of stands there and looks at the metal ones, and then scooches back towards the horses, and these are very good beasts of burden, yes?
Marlo is just like instinctively drawn to to one of the ones with the 2 rubber
roundy things. Wheels. We know
roundy
the word for
things.
wheel.
Yeah, 2 wheel-looking things covered in this like black rubbery material. And she kind of like runs her hand over the handlebars, and she kind of looks at it and like hops on, like, because there's like obviously a seat, and so she sort of like finds herself onto this machine. She says, what do you think this is? Like some kind of mechanical like horse or something?
Well, it has a place for you to sit, and there are wheels, so I can only imagine it's supposed to take you somewhere, but I don't know where you attach the animal to it.
Do you think it's That was my husband having a cough attack.
I was like, who the hell is that?
No, it was the sound of the motorcycle coming.
Oh, yes, I
Okay,
understand.
Yeah. While you're talking, Marlo, she's like, "Do you think it runs on like magic?" And she's kind of like flipping switches and like pushing buttons. And yes, indeed, the engine, although Marlo doesn't know that's what it is, like roars to life. It's really loud.
Oh my
And
gosh, my
just
battle axe is drawn, my shield is up, and I am facing you, like, ready to fight.
Marlo
Well,
will just like,
You
oh,
you scared the living crap out of Fort Shadows. And out of just fear and fright, she throws an Eldritch Blast, but misses the bike. She misses the bike, but like her ears are like flat,
Flat.
and her hair is just like standing up, and she's just
did you hit Marlo or you just missed
no.
that entirely?
I
Oh, okay.
missed completely. I just
Okay.
panicked and just
Oh, you know what? It probably like hit one of the four-wheeled things.
Yes.
And now the
Yes.
alarm is going off.
this is loud
It's like,
beeping, and she's just like
Yeah.
she's like throwing Eldritch Blasts everywhere, just like stop.
you're. Whoa, easy there. Let's calm down now. Come on.
Marlo will like flip the like unflip all the switches and like things that she was messing with, and
Come
is
on.
just trying to like get it to turn off.
We have
And
to
she can't
leave.
figure it out, so she just gets off and like dashes out of the
We
room.
have to go. The alarm's going. Someone's going to find us. We got to leave now. We just book it.
I'm so sorry. I don't normally scared like that.
Wow.
Okay. I think speed round lasts 3 rooms, yeah? We each get one more turn?
Okay, yeah. Wow,
We speed through it?
busted through tonight, you guys.
Yeah. Okay.
We're
Speed
making
round,
those
speed
3
round.
hours.
Okay. I got a 1, so I think that means it's straight. Yep. Continue straight. Okay. Jack of Hearts. Oh, okay. This is easy. So we ran outside of this room, but as Shadows was like Eldritch blasting everything, she also like blasted one of the locks off of the elk like pen, and so that it like came, because now all the horses and everything are also like not happy about this
Freaking out.
sound. So the elk comes like stampeding out with us and is obviously faster than us. So we're like running out, and this elk just like goes running ahead of us and just like dashes off down the hall to, you know, who knows where, and just like turns and disappears. All right, there's my turn.
Do you think,
Do you
we're
think
going
anyone's
to get in
gonna miss
trouble for
that?
that?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just close this door and act like we were never here.
Yes, the elk turned on the scary thing and set off the alarm. It wasn't a panicking tabaxi.
All right,
It was
Erica,
silly
you're up.
little one. You don't have to throw magic everywhere. Just get ready for a fight. You want to start the fighting.
Scared me.
Scared me.
All right, I got a 1.
That's straight.
The hall continues straight. Jack of spades. Great. This is a stable or garage. What sort of vehicles or animals are stored here?
Oh, it could be like a double door one, like
Yes.
it's like expansive.
Yes.
So we duck into the next room and it's still going off.
It's more.
There's just chaos in there. I've accidentally like blasted part of the room, and so all of the animals have been like unlocked and unleashed, and they're just like all hell is broken loose, and I just quickly just slam the door shut.
We should go back there sometime when the alarm, after somebody has taken care of that, because that mechanical horse thing seemed cool. I mean, when I turned it
To
on,
teleportate?
it made that loud sound, but like it didn't like hurt me or anything. I think that might just be like what it sounds like.
That is a brave assumption. Perhaps we should ask someone, yes?
I'm gonna put something else in your stable, Shadows. It's and Marlo doesn't like notice this, but I'm just gonna put it in as the omniscient narrator. On this side of the stables, there's also a rack of hoverboards.
Oh, yes. And can we also have like a steampunk corner?
Oh yeah, totally. We could have like the makings of like an airship, like an air balloon.
Uh-huh.
You know, like a
Yeah.
basket and the like deflated
Yes.
balloon and stuff. So many things in here.
It's purple
There's a
and
there's
gold.
a TARDIS. No, not really, but that would be cool.
I love the
All
Easter egg though.
Okay.
Emily,
All right.
last room.
All right, I got a 6. Crap.
If
You
you
roll
skip,
six,
then you don't
do
get
it
to skip
again.
your last turn. Okay.
All right, so we went left, and I see. Okay, so I see the hall comes to like kind of like an abrupt end, but like there is metal doors, and like there's like a lit button on the panel next to the door, and it bings, and then the door slides open, and it's like a little boxed room. Very small, like just enough for like a few people be standing upright in it.
And the doors just opened?
Yes.
Is it like a classic one where it's like the fancy like bars?
Yes.
Or is it like
Yes, it is like old-fashioned bars. You can kind of see through a little bit. It's very ornate, shiny, and black, and like she's like a little nervous.
I think Marlo's like still kind of stressed about getting caught for the stable thing.
Yes,
So
let's
she sees this as an exit, maybe, so she'll
Yeah.
go in.
Yeah. And then once we're all inside, it'll close and like a voice will speak to us.
Uh-oh.
Level, please.
I'm sorry,
Level,
my
please.
sound lagged out and I missed what you said. What did the voice say?
Level, please.
Oh. Marlo is gonna try and like pry the doors open. She doesn't really like that they just shut.
Quadrant, if you prefer.
What? Who are you?
Level, please.
what do you want?
State a level or quadrant, please.
A level.
Are there
What are you
are there
talking
elevator
about?
buttons on the side?
2, says Kortig. And
What are you
we
doing?
go up very quickly.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And like Kortig grabs onto the sides of like these bars and like kind of sinks into a crouch as we're going up, and is just holding on as we go further than seems reasonable for the number 2.
Marlo like is like half on like hand on her rapier and is like bracing herself against the wall. She seems like pretty well balanced, just having her sea legs, but she's also just like, what is going on?
And it comes to an extremely gentle stop, and then the doors open into another, not the same staircase, like hallway that we were looking at before, because it doesn't have the runner, and the walls are a slightly different, like, wood color, but it is another hallway.
All right.
So Shadows is a tiny thing, and she is flat on her back. And just kind of laying there.
Marlo
just kind of rolls over.
will hesitantly step out of the elevator and like kind of like glance around, and
Maybe
her
bedrooms
sword's
are on
still
this floor.
partly drawn. Yeah.
Shadows
And
is crawling out.
to wrap this session, Marlo will try the next door and magically, as this house is very obviously magical. There is a room with some beds, kind of like a bunk situation here. And Marlo says, "Oh my gosh, finally!" And she'll just like walk in and just like throw her stuff down on one of the bunks, like the bottom bunk, and then she'll immediately climb to the top bunk, effectively taking that side like completely.
Oh, whole side. That's fair.
Just like, yeah. This because we've got like 2 bunk beds, so there's, a bottom and top, a bottom and top. So Marlo has just taken one of the sets.
Are you the type of cat that likes to sleep up or the type that likes to sleep down?
Up, please.
That works for me.
So Shadows is gonna wait for everybody to kind of get situated, and she kind of turns around and she has this ritual spell called Alarm, and she sets it up because she doesn't want anybody to get hurt, and if something were to happen, she wants to be woken up. So she's gonna set her ritual alarm spell on the room.
Love it.
I'm picturing her like as like saying like a bedtime prayer almost. But, like,
she's just like kneeling on the ground, like saying a prayer with like in reality, I'm just like setting
her
an
ritual. That's Shadow's equivalent of saying her bedtime prayer.
That's so cool.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks so much for the contributions. The rooms that you guys came up with were so cool.
They were so amazing.
Fun. Do you guys real quick? What were your guys' favorite rooms? I think I gotta go with. Well, the bathroom was really great, but I think my favorite room was still the one where we were all named Heather.
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious.
That one was really funny. That was
really good. Good job, Lemon.
I think mine... the bug one was so great just because Kortig, like, lost control of the party for a minute. And they're just like, the image of Marlo crawling through bugs that are probably halfway up her forearm, just with her eyes fixed on the light, was mentally hilarious for me. Disturbing, yes, but mentally hilarious.
I love Paul.
Paul was so great.
Paul was great. And Shadows really wanted to eat him. But
yeah, Paul was a great idea.
All right. Do we want to say goodbye and then start the after show?
Sure. Yeah, I can stick around for a bit.
Yeah,
so thank you guys for tuning in. Do we want to? Oh, are we supposed to announce what system we're doing, or are we leaving that to Tasha?
I think we should leave that to her.
Yeah, okay. I think so.
Well, I will at least announce to you guys that we are starting a new system next week. We're not going to be in D&D 5th edition anymore. We are jumping into something new. So we're going to be... so we are keeping our characters. I will still be Marlo. Erica will still be Shadows. Emily will still be Kortig. But we will be transferring our characters into a new system with new mechanics, new rules. We will have a little bit of a summary for you guys to figure out what the system is, and then we'll go from there. So please join us next week.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thanks. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.